Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another special edition of Students of the Game with your boy
Jack Fuller, Red Brood on social.
Red Brood. You're gonna have to
Story for another day.
One day for me. But guys, let's really get cracking right here. BT put out a little list of the best strikers in Premier League history, and asked them, everyone, to pick the top 5. We made our top 5, and we want you guys to think we want you guys to know what you think about it. Jack, you get it. Number 5, Jack.
Sergio Aguero, Man City, talisman, hero.
100
QPR, Aguero.
The greatest moment in Premier League history. He produced 161 goals and counting. He scored one on the weekend, so 162. What can you really say about Sergio Aguero? Yeah. A lot of people argue that he maybe should be higher, and perhaps when he finishes, he might end up being the greatest we've ever seen.
He's also arguably playing the best football we've seen from him now.
Yes,
that's in no doubt. You know, with the help of Pep Guardiola and the team around him at this point, but no end in sight for Sergio. Some people might think that's actually a harsh placement for him, but we think that's fair.
It is a top 5 of elite strikers right now we're talking about, which also could rise at number 5. This is quite controversial right now, but again, we made the list, we agreed, and it's Alan Shearer.
Yeah, so Shearer's at number 4, 260 goals. Obviously, all-time top scorer, in no short part to how long his career was, which I've got to be honest, I think for the two of us, longevity, whilst important, if you're not as impactful over that longevity, I'd love to know what Shearer's goals per game was, just as an example. You know, over the long term, how many titles did he win?
He won 1 title with Blackburn, and maybe I think that's the thing that maybe hinders him. If he would have played for Manchester United and would have won 5 titles,
that deal was on the table.
It was on the table. He went to Newcastle, and he understood that it wasn't about titles for him. It was about playing for his boyhood team. He did make that happen, but he makes only 4th for us.
Yeah.
You guys might argue. Comments down below. Let us know. Number 3.
Didier Drogba. He's a beast. Absolute beast.
What can you say about the guy? 4 Premier League titles. He revolutionized what a number 9 was. He was the first striker to really play as a up top alone.
Yeah.
And you talk about a handful, probably the biggest handful we've ever seen.
I think any Premier League centre-back pairing around that time span, you ask them who you look forward to playing against least. It's got to be.
Exactly. I think he's the one real guy that you lump the ball up to. He's holding that against 2 of the best you can put out, and he'll bully them.
Yeah.
His goal record against Arsenal is tragically phenomenal.
He enables midfielders to score goals and come into
Lampard.
the game. We look at
how many assists he has? He has 54 assists in his career. That's not too shabby for a striker, you know. And a lot of them will definitely be a Lampard. And talk about big game player, the ultimate big game player, probably the biggest clutch player in the whole of this list.
And I'd argue in terms of dominance, so making a stamp on a game, physical prowess, that's Drogba mainly. Drogba
was a wonderful striker who could influence the game without really touching the ball. Yeah. His whole presence alone was just enough. I remember one game against I think it was Wigan, and he assisted 4 goals, and one of them he assisted without really touching. He didn't touch the ball at all, but he was the main reason why they scored.
Everyone was preoccupied with him.
With him, he's, as a striker, just one of the best I've ever seen. Didier Drogba.
Similarly, not quite to the same extent, but similarly in terms of assist to goals ratio, and also, especially when he came out, the way he behaved as a striker. Wayne Rooney at number 2. I think if you're Manchester United all-time top goal scorer in a Premier League, you know, unfortunately for all other fan bases, Manchester United over the spell thus far have been so dominant that Rooney's got to have a spot there. And much the same with Drogba. Physically a real handful, and he had the speed too to boot.
208 goals in the Premier League, incredible, and 103 assists. So he wasn't just a goal scorer.
And I believe on this list of 25 that BT put out, he's the only striker with above 100.
And this is what I tell you about Didier Drogba. Wayne Rooney. Not only was he a number 9, and I think he only really had 3 or 4 years I can look at him as a full-on number 9. I remember the season 2010. He scored 30-something goals. The majority of them were headers. He became a number 9.
In that trash team as well.
Exactly. In his career, because of his ability, because as a footballer, you probably say top 3. His ability, he could play in any position, and as you can see, he went from a number 10 to even a centre mid, even a holding midfielder coming coming to the end of his career. People might argue that he shouldn't be in there because he's a full-on striker. But you look at his goals and you look at the best time Wayne Rooney had was at number 9.
Yeah,
you know?
Big moments too. The titles and all that speak for itself.
Overhead kick, 5 Premier League titles. Absolutely incredible.
Surprisingly, the number 1 was actually probably the easiest decision. Like I say, me personally, this is the hardest list I've had to do. I'd say probably the same for you, right?
Yeah.
But number 1 striker, I think, is Titi.
Boom, the main man, Thierry Henry, and
Renault Clio salesman.
What can I possibly say about Thierry Henry? Being an Arsenal fan, yeah. But what this guy's been able to contribute in the Premier League era has been incredible. The only guy to get 20 plus assists in the Premier League, and he's a striker.
Yeah.
How many? 175 goals in the Premier League, 74 assists. For someone who's played, Rooney played a lot of games, Shearer played a lot of games. Henry didn't play that many seasons in the Premier League. And for him to rack up that many goals, incredible. 4 golden boots, a record amount. Only player, 6 times he was named in the FIFA Team of the Year as an Arsenal player. I think he was the only guy out of the whole 5 who were actually in the FIFA Team of the Year when playing in the Premier League.
And if we'd had the luxury of having Henry in the league for those Barcelona years on top, God knows what he would have.
He might have broken Shearer's record.
Yeah.
I mean, people might argue, what's it called again? He might not have won many titles.
Played in that team.
He played in that team. He had a great team around him. He was still the most destructive force I've ever seen in the Premier League. He made playing as a striker look simple. He was the first row striker who really began to play all around the pitch, drifted out onto the left-hand side. He wasn't the typical number 9 and
changed the dynamics of the game at a time when Wenger came in as well and also did something similar. I mean, maybe Wenger did that a bit before, but I think Wenger saw somebody that he could really build a real relationship
with. When you think about it right now, it was Anelka that was meant to be the main guy. Sold him, paid for a training ground, and also got Thierry Henry.
It's not a bad deal.
Wenger, well done there, guys. Now, guys, let me know. Who do you believe should be in this top 5? We got some big ones right now. Harry Kane, he might deserve to be in the coming years.
Ian Wright, Robbie Keane, Luis Suarez, Robin van Persie, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
So many names. If you guys think we're wrong, make your top 5. Comments down below. Thank you guys, and we'll see you.